What's up, everybody? Uncle Will here. Let me just get some adjustments together. Bro, already energized in regards to this topic.
Hey, man, ain't did my nigga Shiesty wrong, man.
Okay. So he say. So listen. Thank you guys for tuning in to this week's episode of Brothers, Both Sides of the Bars. I am Uncle Will, and this is the energetic
Tony Larry, the one and only, baby.
Yes. This dude is energetic about this topic, okay? But before we get started, like we always do at this time, I want to say thank you guys for tuning in to this week's episode, okay? And don't forget to make sure you guys subscribe to the show. Make sure you share, like, all that good stuff. Help support this platform, okay?
Let's get it, y'all.
Now, like you said, let's get it. My question is, as a parole officer, why do people do dumb shit when they get a chance to get out on parole? You know what I'm saying? What is snitching really? You know, I mean, I think we really need to define the whole definition of what snitching really is. But how come you get a second chance, you find a way to screw it up? And we had to. I told him, I said, bro, we have to talk about this topic, okay? We even pushed another topic to the side because I just felt the need to talk about this. Because this goes back to what I'm saying in regards to people making dumbass decisions, okay? Think before you react, okay? Right. So, like he was saying, you feel like you understand what he was doing because he said he got robbed or some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna say what he did, the way he handled it was right, but I understand what he was on because you playing with my money, you playing with me just off the top, like, you know what I'm saying, like the amount of money I'd have made you and made us.
Mm-hmm.
Not just you, I'd have made us, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got my money. I ain't receiving mine, but I know you got yours.
Okay, but let's keep in mind, Gucci Bang owned the record label. And any record label, they gonna get their money off the rip anyway. They get most of the money.
Yeah.
You probably get, as an artist, you probably getting a point, at least that's how it was back in the days, you probably get a point and a half off any record sales. So if a record, back in the days, album was like $15, you would probably get $1 off each sale. So you hope the damn thing at least go gold or go platinum, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but the record label was getting, let's say, between
9 streams.
I mean, 9 streams. You know, they was getting at least about 10 points, 8 to 10 points off a record. You know, you had your producers, all of them got to get paid, boom, boom, boom. But at the end of the day, the record company's gonna always get most of the money, and we talking about a corporation. So, back to bro, he felt like he didn't get his just dues.
And you violated my cousin when my cousin died. You violated my cousin too while I was locked up.
Okay, please educate me.
He was trying. He was playing on his on that man cousin at the top when he got locked up. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even do what you said you was gonna do as far as the funeral. You want the chain back. You on this man died claiming 1017. Now why is that?
Okay, he died claiming 1017.
Yeah.
It wasn't
but
the
that was
family's right to hold on to the chains that way. That's how Gucci
his
felt.
chain.
That's how
Gucci felt.
That's how Gucci felt. Like look, okay, because from what was told in the stories, was that him and the record label, the other record label that distribute for them, they all put on a certain percentage toward my man's funeral. Okay, he probably didn't pay for the whole funeral, but he did pay a portion for the funeral. Okay, and that he did put a request in from the family to turn in the chain. And we all know in the music industry, it's something about a person's chain. If it gets snatched, if it gets stolen or whatever, it's a property thing. And that's one of the things that record labels, especially independent record labels such as Gucci's do. When you sign someone to your label, you give them a chain to put on their neck, right? So my man passed away, and now honestly, I wouldn't ask back. I wouldn't ask for the chain back, but for some reason, Gucci asked for the chain back. Okay, so just to give context on things.
Then you playing with my money. You playing with my money, and I got another contract deal. Clearly, with all this that's going on, I want to get up out of this contract. I got a $15 million contract waiting on me as soon as I'm able to get off of this.
Okay. But being that he just got out on parole after completing a federal sentence, he was out on parole, on tether, and again, this go back to what I'm saying. Guys get a chance to get out and do right
and blow it.
He actually came out winning, okay? Because soon as he dropped that first song,
went out there.
It
went up.
It was bam. You know what I'm saying? So he was doing his thing. To squander an opportunity like that in the way that he did it, that's what my problem comes in at as a black man also working in the field that I work in, to see that you was given the opportunity. Because originally he was sentenced back in 2002 on federal conspiracy charges. He was facing up to 8 years in prison, but got out on good behavior after doing about 3 years in prison, somewhere like that. You came back, you still had fans, people was checking for you, waiting for you to get on out here and do some things. You got a chance to build your buzz up to the point to where even your local record owner, Yo Gotti, wanted to not sign you to his label. Instead of recognizing that now, this is not no street shit. This is corporation. This is a business.
So you have to change that train of thought.
You have to change your way of thinking. Again, we have said it on numerous of other shows, other episodes, about guys having to complete certain programs, like thinking for a change, different things like that, before they come back out again. The dude did not do.
I understand, and I feel what you're saying, but I feel what you're saying, and I'm not saying like I understand that. I totally understand it, but when sometimes you got to stand for something,
bro. You cannot run that bullshit on me about stand for something.
Yeah,
because
we talking about millions.
Okay, bro, I stand
my
for something
livelihood.
Too. Okay, but where the hell you at now? Because your family ain't about to get shit off of you because you're not making no money now. You're locked up, and what little money that you do have, it got to go for lawyer fees.
Yeah, he did. I admit, within this situation, he did it wrong because even after you got him to sign the paperwork up under duress,
which wasn't going to be bindful.
Yeah, you still signed to his record label. You're still up under his contract because that you got to go through lawyers and all that stuff to get it approved and acknowledged and everything.
And keep in mind too, bro, that if you force someone to sign a contract under duress, it is not binding. It is not lawfully binding. So no matter what you did, the stupid shit that you did, it wasn't gonna pay off for you anyway. So why even do it? That's my question. Why even do it? Because evidently you think that you're intelligent enough to know that, well, if I do this, I'm gonna be out this contract. I'm about to be signed to Yo Gotti now because I'm out this contract. Then you should have known that, well, legally, this shit is not gonna be binding if I do it. So why are you doing it?
He should have known, but he ain't. This the thing. A lot of people ain't legally trained. A lot of people just move within what they know.
Street shit.
And that's where he fucked up at.
So
you know what I'm saying? He brought the streets to the corporate.
So
it don't work.
A lot of people want to call Gucci Mane a snitch, right? They're saying because his name is on paperwork. I guess the feds got his name on paperwork, giving testimony that this is what happened to him, blah, blah, blah. Now,
You wrote a song.
now, if you and 8 people, you 7 other people come lure me in under false pretenses, you come into a studio or wherever we're at, and you want to hold me hostage and have guns pointed at me and my people and say, you gonna sign this shit or we done. Or you're done. I'm gonna kill you. Then not only do you do that, you take my wedding band from me. You take jewelry from me.
Watch.
You take all this money and shit that I have on me. You take all this from me, right? How is it snitching if I'm letting them know that I was robbed? Please tell me. How is that snitching?
Because with that code, with the way the code is
That's
set
not a code right there.
No,
bro.
I'm saying with the street code and the way the street code
But-
is set up, it's no
I'm
talking
gonna let
to
you
the
finish.
police about nothing.
No. It's okay.
That's how it is. Whether you was robbed, this is the way the code is set up. Like I ain't saying it's right.
That is some
I ain't saying
dumb
it's wrong.
shit. No,
but I'm just saying the way the code is set up is if you're a street person and some street shit happened to you, deal with it in the streets. That's it.
I can respect that more
That's how it's set up.
if you and I together go out and rob someone. We put a gun to their head. We rob them for their wedding band, all the money they have on them, all the jewelry they have, blah, blah, blah. You and I do that. We get busted. They come to me to say, hey, let's make a deal. If you tell on him, we're going to let you go home or give you less time. In my mind, my understanding, yeah, that's snitching. But if I'm robbed, I'm a victim.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You're a victim, but the way the streets look at it is you're a victim who's screaming, I'm street. So therefore, the shit that happened in the street to you, which you screaming you so about, deal with it in the street. But not they already said, I'd have heard them saying that Gucci Man didn't cooperate with the people or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And
But if he
his
did,
tether, he just did it done. Your PO agent, your tether agent called and said, why are you even here? And you did it dumb.
so you pretty much told on your. So he told himself.
You gave yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna have to when you go. I can see him saying as far as like, nah, you ain't not. You are not unsigned for that contract. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the other stuff, you went on Instagram and got the floss and the chains and the money and the rings and the earrings. And
Because
you
he
did
thought
all
that it was
this.
some street stuff and that, Gucci ain't gonna say nothing because he know the code, like you saying, code of the street. I robbed him. He just got to take it in the face. But no.
No, but it ain't. You ain't got this. The thing you talking about what Gucci go do? What about the other 2 people who was there? One of them was an ex-police officer.
And I was gonna get to that because they said something. I mean, he's his
Gucci ain't got to tell.
bodyguard.
I got a cameraman here, and I got a bodyguard here. I ain't got to say nothing. Them are the operating witnesses right there. You know, even if he did say something, but I still got 2 other people who was victims in here, assaulted and choked out, almost and one of them was a police officer.
Right.
You threw. You don't think he know that you on probation? Taylor, you signed to his contract. I made to protect the nigga who hired you.
So
I got another.
when do we say enough is enough and leave the street shit out of the corporate boardroom? Okay? Excuse me. When can we say that a legitimized businessman that was once street has the right to defend himself and say, because Gucci is no longer street. He's a businessman. He's a business owner. Him and his wife are multi-millionaires. They're not on the street selling drugs. She's not a dancer. She has cosmetic lines. They have all kind of shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it looked upon that the old Gucci is what was robbed back in January? No. This is a businessman.
I understand that he a businessman, but we just within the music industry is don't talk about it. Don't talk about it if you ain't doing it. And with the music that he push out and that he promotes and all that, he always say something about not snitching and always saying something about put a nigga in the dirt. Always saying you always promote street shit. Yeah. So you got to be able to handle that shit when the street shit come back.
Isn't that entertainment though? Because I mean,
it was entertainment when he killed the man.
I mean, but he was defending himself. That's why he got off on the case, defending himself. So, but you have movie companies that put together movies of people killing people or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's a box office hit.
It's the way the lingo. It's the way the lingo is though within them, and that's what I'm saying. Like a whole lot of this stuff that we see on TV is really just acting. But the people, you got a lot of people who live TV life.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like I see that on TV. Oh, Jordan played in them shit. I gotta go get him. Jordan, I gotta go get him. That's what's. That's a new purse. I gotta go get that. Okay. Everybody live off of social media.
I got you, bro.
So now it's saying whenever you saying, "Hey, I'm a street nigga," so I ain't. He even came on there. I ain't fucking with the police. I ain't cooperating, because that's what his fans, the people who put money into his pockets, the people who invest in buying his albums, the people who they really believe they cold.
Even though you know that he really don't have to sell another record again. He don't have to sell another record again. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, though, I'm discussing in my mind, okay, we talking about the snitching thing, but I'm looking more toward Shiesty and how he let himself get back out there.
He tricked himself out the streets.
And get caught. Instead of leaving the street, like, you going to always have some kind of connection. Just like Gucci. You have some kind of connection. Even T.I., 50. That's where they come from originally. Man. So you're going to have some form of connection too. But don't mean that you're going to be out there still selling keys. Even though you still talking about cooking work and all this other shit. The odds that you actually cooking work is none and void. You had a chance to get on out here, to get back into the game again, and become a multimillionaire, be able to turn other artists on, start your own label. Because I'm pretty sure, because Gotti is a straight up businessman. He's a straight up businessman, and he has been silent since that Young Dolph situation. But when you look at the way, because he was accused of that, but no proof. Let's put that out there, no proof. But when you look at how Yo Gotti has been moving with that female rapper that he has on this.
Glorilla. What about 42 Doug? Don't forget about 42 Doug. 42 Doug. But 42 Doug been hot.
He's making money. He is a businessman, which is why he recognized something in Shiesty, right?
Yeah, Shiesty hard.
But I couldn't see Yo Gotti going to Gucci, luring him to Memphis, even though he was lured to Texas, but okay. Lured to Memphis and do some Suge Knight type shit like he did to Eazy-E back in the days. Allegedly did to Eazy-E to force him to sign over or to release Dr. Dre, right? I can't see him doing nothing like that. Mm-mm. The thing is that's really disturbing about Shiesty doing what he did. He had his father with him. He had this old ass fool with him that convinced him. This is daddy.
His daddy was an old school gangster.
His daddy, at a certain age, at a certain time in your life, even gangsters have to retire.
That's what I said. I said the same thing like Jay Prince and all that stuff too. But yeah, I mean, I totally get that. But like I said, he that man was moving off of emotions. He wasn't moving off his brain. He was moving off of emotions. He was living in that moment like, man, I got 15 million right here. You just played me over 20-something million. I got 15 million right here. Bro, just go ahead and let me get up out of this contract. You keep that little 20 million you to play. I got this 15. I signed to you for $1 million.
But you can't expect Gucci to let money just walk off the table that easily. Because
No,
remember,
you can't. You can't. But then
he dumped his whole roster except for 2 people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But why did he
Because
pick
trying
up
to
the
make his
roster
money.
to get at Yo Gotti? He went to Memphis. All them artists was Memphis rappers. He went to Memphis to do that to get at Yo Gotti. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Because
but them artists that was from Memphis, they signed with him.
yeah, they signed with it. Who would? God, I got $1 million for you. Can get on. I ain't got $20. I'm about to sign. You feel me? But all them artists who was up under Gucci label say he was not a good CEO. He ain't make him do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So now you got one person who really got to get up and go. Now you want to hold on to him, and he don't want to be there. I made you $20 million.
I don't know the logistics behind this thing. None of us really do. But I would think that because it's business, something could have happened.
You can't
where
bring
it
the
coulda
street
got-
to the corporate.
There
You could
you
have
go.
got, but he could have got a 360 deal or anything. He came up with something. You know what I'm saying? But
Made some kind of deal to get out this contract.
at the end of the day,
Not that route.
that route he took was crazy.
Because now you going back to prison. And let me
And your PO called you and asked you why was you there.
let me as a PO talk to you guys, okay? Because I had a tether caseload once before. And I'm going to tell you how stupid some guys are. I had a guy. This dude was, I think, out in Redford, Michigan, okay? He was accused of robbing a man of his snowblower. It was the middle of the summer, may I add too. The guy had his garage door open. The guy said that my guy came into his garage. I guess he put a knife on him. Demanded the snowblower. My guy pushing the snowblower around the corner. I forgot how many blocks it was till he got to a pawn shop. Keep in mind, my guy's on tether. Okay. He's on tether. He go in the pawn shop. You have to give an ID in order to pawn something. So my guy gives them his state ID, his name and address on his ID. His defense is he didn't do it. One, I was able to submit to the court all your steps showing that you go into this address, which is where the guy lived, that said that you came to his house, show you walking, show you getting to the pawn shop, stopping at the pawn shop for a long period of time. From there, they will take the testimony of the pawn shop owner by presenting them a copy of the state ID that you had, as well as the video, show that your dumb ass came up in there. You self-incriminated yourself. Pooh Shiesty.
He did that.
You on tether. At the location, the date of, your agent called you because you didn't get approval to leave from your approved residence. What happened? Now, your parole officer, he or she, will be able to testify by presenting similar evidence that I had, that, yeah, he was there. So what, is he a snitch too?
The parole officer?
That was just
Yeah, they get paid to snitch.
But, we get paid to snitch.
Mm-hmm.
We get paid to provide evidence on violators of crime against the public.
Better known as snitch.
Okay, and you can call it whatever the hell you want to call it.
Tattletale.
But I bet you, if you was in that situation and you was with your family or your kids or somebody, you wouldn't be standing back and say, y'all go ahead and say something. I'm on my morals. I don't snitch. But y'all go ahead and say whatever y'all gonna say.
If we go through the street, if it's streets, we go take it in the streets.
If the police came to you guys, you and your family all out, something happened, you wouldn't say nothing. You would just let your girl, the kids, all of them testify, but you wouldn't say nothing.
It depends on what they asking me, what they
No,
coming
no,
to
no,
me
no,
about.
no, no, no. It don't matter. Depend on shit because you said that street is street.
No, I'm saying it depends on what they coming at me about. If it's about some shit where it's like me and this person about
If some
to
dude
get
you in Flint, you and your girl out with her kids, your kids, you get jacked. That nice ass Ram that you be driving, you trying to tell me you wouldn't say nothing because of some street fool jacked you for your shit.
No, I'm saying I got robbed. I got to report it.
Okay, and you know the dude that did it. You wouldn't give his name.
No,
Shut the hell up.
I'm not giving his name. If I know the dude who did it, I know where to go.
So you'll be okay with your girl saying who the dude is,
No,
but you wouldn't say nothing.
No, I'm coming to him.
Okay.
You ain't taking nothing. I'm about to come to you. Now if she decides to call the police to do what she go do, but 9 times out of 10, if I know you and I know you to ride me,
Bro,
I'm coming to
number
you.
one, your girl Shannon, she's not gonna let you even go that route anyway. Okay, because she ain't trying to have you locked up. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I wouldn't even want you to go that route. You know what I'm saying? But I just honestly can't believe because I think you're just saying the shit because you on camera.
No,
I think
I'm on my
you
way.
would put that sucker down. You let it be known. It's the fool that robbed me. Boom, boom, boom. Bam.
I'm on my way to him. I ain't gonna even lie to you. That I'm serious. You can't just sit here and tell me I know you and I know that you to ride me and you took my shit, bro. I know you took my shit.
Okay.
I know you took I'm coming to you.
Okay. That's what he said. I'm gonna abide by it and I'm gonna accept it. That's what I gotta do.
That's it.
But what I'm saying to you guys is, when is snitching really not snitching? Okay? And when do people start thinking about their actions before they commit these actions? Because you do know for every action there's a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
And now this young brother is about to go back to prison. And I hate that. But I hate what he did more.
Yeah, it was crazy.
He wasn't thinking.
It was crazy. He
And I also hate that he had a father with him.
They didn't try to redirect that.
You know?
You gotta protect the bag, man. If you go do some crazy stuff, man, go on to Pooh Shiesty, go home and let me try to talk to him real
if
quick.
my son was in a Pooh Shiesty type situation, me as a father, I would try to, like you said, reach out to Gooch, like, hey, bro, I think we need to renegotiate this contract. What can we do to try to renegotiate this thing? Even though it may be some other hidden agendas, because, you know, I know my son mad because how he feel like, you know, his cousin didn't get represented properly about the chain situation. You still have to be strategic in your negotiations. But you have to negotiate. You just can't go street with
you
everything.
Can't just go street on.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't do that. No,
And he had a father with him, and then for him to say his first co-defendant was his dad, like it was a proud moment. You know, that tells you something too. You know what I'm saying? that tells you about the dynamic of this household. That this dude is proud that his dad was his very first co-defendant. So, what can I do as a parole agent to help convince you to not make dumb decisions? We already provide you with everything that you need. We put you on tether so you can be able to go out here and work, make money. I'm pretty sure the parole board is granting you travel permissions to be able to go out of state, to go perform in different states. So you have the flexibility to do all that. But you still found it necessary to go do this. He's being hit with federal again. Kidnapping. Firearm. Robbery. You being charged with 3 counts of kidnapping. 3 counts of robbery. The Fed's gonna hit your ass with a bunch of stuff. As many things as they can, they gonna stick up on this young man.
On top of that, the violation.
And then you still had a tail left.
Yeah, that violation.
from the original crime that you was out on parole for. So you got to take all that into account. And me as a black man, I'm just disappointed to see that when this young man had an opportunity to get out, to be able to do something, not only for himself and his family, but his community, he didn't take advantage of it. And he was being led by his father to commit these crimes. That's where things go wrong as well too. So that's why I asked the question in the beginning. At what point are you guys going to stop wasting your opportunities that you're given by being paroled and placed back on these streets to be given the opportunity to do something for yourself? I don't have no remorse for the young man. I do feel bad that he made the wrong decisions, because I see that he could have done something. Mm-hmm. That dude could have really done something. And now he's going to be gone for at least well over 15 years. You talking about federal kidnapping 3 individuals? Oh. Unless he make a deal and snitch and only get 5 years.
You ain't gonna do that.
Huh?
You got shit. They ain't gonna do that, but you never know with the way everything's set up. Ain't nobody think Young Thug.
If he get less than 5 years, we need to come back and talk about this again.
Less than 5, we coming back.
Okay. Let them know your feelings on the matter in this Pooh Shiesty situation.
It was a crazy move for Pooh to do that like that. Pooh Shiesty to do that like that. You know what I'm saying? I understand the anger and the frustration and all that, but you can't bring the streets into the corporate world. You can't, because at the end of the day, everybody in the corporate world, they telling. They go running straight by the law. The law says, and that's just what it is. So you got to leave corporate. You got to figure out. You got to expand your brain patterns and thinking, and go and figure out how you can wiggle up out of there. But you can't no firearms, no strong arm, none of that. It was crazy. You already knew what it was gonna bring, and then on top of that, your PO called you and said you're not allowed to be there in the midst of the robbery. Like, come on, man. You tripping. You weren't even supposed to be there in the first place.
Wasn't supposed to be there in the first place. And you got this thing on your ankle.
Telling that you there.
That's telling them that's snitching on you already. Already snitching. And you so damn dumb. You give them the evidence, okay? I swear on everything, I hate stupidity. I swear on everything. I used to tell my kids when they was younger. I wasn't one of them parents that like, oh, don't worry about it. No, that was stupid. That was stupid what you just did, and you need to learn from it. The reason why I was like that, maybe because it's, my military days. I don't know. But to me, it helped make them better, which is Pooh Shiesty's father, who was still using his gangster name. I don't even want to say it. But that was something that he should have done as a father, to say, son, back up. We need to start thinking about this thing differently. I need you to do better than I did. We're going to go ahead and get this thing together, because I know you're going to have kids one day. You're going to have a family. All right. Let's go ahead and learn how to handle this shit more diplomatically, because you are a businessman now. You are a brand. You are a entity that is going to help support your team. So let's go ahead and try to talk to Gucci Man, which is your record label owner, and talk to him and try to come up with some type of agreement. Let's do that. But instead, he was encouraged by his own daddy to rob a corporate businessman who once was street. We ain't gonna take that away from him. Gucci Man was street, but he was a businessman that owned a record label, and you thought that because he was one street that you could rob him and nothing was gonna happen. we're gonna go ahead and flash all this stuff on Instagram and all on these different social media platforms and get away with it. And then when someone testified in court, they showed Pooh Shiesty shaking his head in disbelief that it was paperwork that said Gucci Mane stated that this is what had happened to him. He shook his head and like, I can't believe he would tell on me. I'm going to tell on your ass quick, fast, in a hurry. You put a gun to my head. You choking my people out. You could have killed my people. My people got family to go home to. I'm a businessman. I hired you so you can protect me. I hired you to document some stuff. And I'm responsible for you. That's how I'm feeling. And I got you almost killed out here because of the people that I do business with don't know how to do business. So I don't feel bad about whatever the outcome is in your life, your daddy's life, especially your daddy. Old ass, this is not a profane type show, but I don't give a damn what happened to your dad, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But I wish things could have been done differently. I want individual that's coming out on parole, that's watching this, to learn to think before you act.
Quit moving off them emotions.
You see what I'm saying? Hear me. Think before you act, because it'll be too late to think after you and react. Because it's too late now. The action has already occurred. Mm-hmm. So you have to think before you move in life. It's like a chess game. Even though I know some of you move like you're playing checkers. But you probably want to rethink that and just move like you're playing chess. Be more methodical, think, and react about the long-term effects. Okay? So, with that being said, I want to thank you guys again for tuning into this week's episode. Okay? Don't forget to subscribe. Leave comments. Okay? Let us know what you think about the Pooh Shiesty and his old ass daddy move and what they did. Because I just can't get past this OG.
He should have taught him better, but
OGs are supposed to help what they call the YNs. You know what I'm saying? OGs supposed to be there to help guide, show them a different way.
Right.
Not this one. But anyway, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. And until next episode, we'll see you guys later. Peace.
Peace.